and welcome again to French Friday. I'm here at my shop and so I'm going to find somewhere good to chat because tonight we're going to be chatting with Nathan from French and Wilder. I'm going to wait for Nathan to come on. He's probably, doing his hair and making himself gorgeous. Oh no, here he is. He's here already. I'll invite Nathan on in a minute. So thank you all for joining me again. I'm based down here in Frome, Somerset. We're open tonight. You can see we've got our cocktails. Don't know if I'm going to get Louis out of his bed or not. I think I'll take Louis with me. Otherwise he'll whine. So right, we're going to head down to the front of the shop and I'll nestle myself down for a chat with Nathan. Do you think that music's going to be a bit loud? Actually, I might go over here. Is the music really irritating? Right, I'm going to find Nathan. Hopefully it's all going to work. The appliance of science.
Hello.
Yeah, there it is. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Is the music really irritating?
No, it's not. No, it's fine.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
I've got quite a lot of people in drinking because it's been such a lovely day. I think it'll be all right. I've got Lizzie working, so hopefully it'll be all right. They won't all come in and start chatting. So how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. It's been like a whole year since the last time we did our conversation, and it's Louis, isn't it?
Yeah, Louis here.
Louis a year old.
I might pick him up now. Hang on. I don't know if I can do this with one arm. Louis, come here. Come here, baby. Hang on, I'll put you down a minute and I'll pick him up. Hang on. Lou, come here. There he is. Right, he's up on my knee now. Hang on. Technical hitch. Here he is.
Hello. Oh, he's gorgeous.
I'll keep hold of him because otherwise he'll whine.
It looks so amazing in your place. I want to be there for a cocktail now. We should be getting tipsy.
It's been lovely all day. I sat outside for ages, and it's always really quiet, like 2 till 5.
Yeah,
and then losing the will to live. They all start coming in.
Yeah.
It is really lovely.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
It's a nice sort of combination because I've got quite a lot of customers who have bought something in the past and they still want to come in and kind of see you on a Saturday or something. But they want to buy, like a mirror every week. But they come in and have a coffee or a glass of wine.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's nice.
The more wine you drink, the more you buy. You just need to get really drunk and then they'll be like, I bought that mirror.
It works for couples to get that sort of death by husband because they bring it in and by the time they've had 2 glasses of red, they're allowed to buy whatever they like.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
Louis. It is a bit like LOLO though. I think it might be another dog coming in. It's a bit haphazard, and I think for some of the customers, they think I'm like their granny, So have you had a really great anniversary?
Yeah, we didn't go out yesterday, but we're going to be going out tonight. So after this, we're going to go to a new bar that's opened, and it's like vegan treat. It's not a vegan bar, but it's like vegan nibbles. So you get vegan nibbles, but with alcohol. So it's supposed to be healthy, but it's not healthy, if you know what I mean, because you drink stuff. So we're going somewhere just to have like some nibbles, and we're going to have like a dressed crab that we've got before we go, and then we're going to go out and have just some nibbles because I'm on a diet at the moment, so I'm trying to lose weight. So I'm being really good. We're on a like low carb diet, which is not very good if you like French stuff.
Well, I've been quite good today, apart from when the customers come in and they want, we do these amazing sort of honey covered nuts, and then I have to have a, and then I've had some of the like mini gherkin, you know, cornichon things.
Yeah.
And that's the work. That's how you pile on the weight, isn't it? Because you like have a little bit of this and a little bit of something else. And,
Yeah. I'm allowed to have cheese, which is something. But I can't have any bread. But the cheese is something, isn't it? But I'm not really eating a lot of cheese, so I'm being quite good.
So are you doing like keto?
Sorry?
Are you doing like the keto diet?
Yeah. But I'm also not doing breakfast either, so I'm starving myself from the evening till basically like lunchtime. So I'm doing it all. I've only started that this week, and then I've been doing the other for a month now. So I've lost about 4 pounds so far.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so I'm losing it slowly, so it's good.
It's better coming off and going on, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not doing the bikini diet. This is like a life-changing choice. I don't really want to get to the point where I have been. I think for the 2 years of lockdown, you eat so much stuff and drink so much because it's comfort. But I don't want to eat comfy anymore, because I always feel like if you can't put your clothes on, you don't feel good in it. You just don't feel great, and I've just felt sluggish. So I'm just trying to be more healthy. Definitely.
Well, and also I think now's a good time to kind of cut back, because soon the weather's going to be.
Yeah, but surrounded by stuff behind me that we can't have. So I'm in my kitchen, and all those jars there are full of things. Some of it I can't actually have because it's all to do with baking. So that's not going to happen, really. But, and the sugar is staying closed. Yeah,
no biscuits.
No chocolate, no. But you know, we're allowed to have like one day a week where we just have a treat night, and we'll have like a pizza or something like that. But you know, it's not like we wouldn't do chocolate pizza and then something else. You sort of decide what we're going to have as a treat, and that night we'll have that as a treat. So once a week we can cheat, but it's not really going to hurt like once a week. But it's if you're doing it every single day, which I was. Go straight to the bar, go to get some chocolate, go to the shop, get some. I go to the shop sneakily to get something I need, and then I get a bar of chocolate. So Michael didn't know. So yeah, I can't get away with that for much longer because I was starting to burst out.
When's your next trip to France?
We're looking sort of now in the next. I say probably in the next month or the month after that. Probably like around April, June. Possibly. We've got something to do in December in France, so we will be in France in December. We're going to visit our friends this time if we go the first time, and the second time also someone else. So we got plans, but I can't really talk about it at the moment. So maybe in the future. But
it involves Chateau.
Yeah, we got plans. Yeah, but things are starting to speed up now, which is great. We're getting more work done on the house. So, I think last time I told you we were going to do the knot free, but we cancelled it because of basically it was just not the right time for us. We'd just done the kitchen, and the kitchen was still a long way behind. So we decided to leave that.
The kitchen was a big project, wasn't it?
Have a break. The kitchen was just horrendous. This whole bit was just a nightmare, but we've decided now to start the knot through in May. I think the end of May should happen. So the builders have come measured up, and we've got people that are doing they do it because our house is listed, so it has to be done like to the original architecture, so all the woodwork and everything has to be done by a specialist, and we couldn't find the right person that we trusted to do the job in the end. So we found someone now that can do everything and put the Chateau doors in, which we bought from so I'm trying to remember who it was from now. From Oakland Collectibles. So I bought them from Oakland Collectibles, and he's going to obviously he'll get like all the praise when they go up because they are beautiful doors. So I think they're amazing.
He's near to me here.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah, he's amazing. He's been really helpful. He bought the doors all the way up to Norfolk for us, so he's pretty amazing. And dropped them off at our old house.
Man, I'm going to go outside now. Oh, that's better. It was getting a bit noisy.
Oh, that's all right. So what are you up? What's your future plans?
Well, I'm heading off on my French convoy.
I know I would have loved to join that, but I'm about to start a new job on Monday, so I can't even get any time off until I go on holiday. So it's a bit difficult, and I'm going to be working on.
There's a few dealers booked, but can you still hear me?
Yeah. No, it was just cutting out.
Oh, is it cutting out? Is it
No,
okay
it was
now?
only a teeny bit. No, it's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few dealers booked, and I think I probably have got two more vans maybe, but I think it's enough for this first trip because I don't want to be too overwhelmed with, numbers and etc. etc. But I suppose because my children have grown up, I didn't think of it as being Easter holidays, and I've had probably like 6 lots of people who've said, oh, we'd love to come, but it's the Easter holidays and we've got our kids are at home. So it's looking like I might do another one in June. I'm trying to find a suitable street market for them. Because obviously going to Hermes is nice and easy. And I don't, it's not fair to expect people to drive a long way in France, when, especially if they're not used to it. So, trying to find something suitable for June. And then possibly we're going to do one in September.
Yeah.
But I think that could be it for this year. I don't want to do too many because that's not really,
No.
I still
Did you book somewhere do you stay somewhere together on this trip, or was it like do you go to the same place?
Well, I've done an itinerary of we're meeting in the UK before we get on the Eurotunnel. And when we get the other side, I've said where I'm staying, and there's at least one van. They're staying somewhere else, way more expensive. But we're all going to meet there in the morning because I'm taking them off to a couple of dealers that I normally stop at on our way down on the Saturday. And yes, I've been like in Amiens, you just got to book what you can. Some people are in Airbnbs, some people are in really nice hotels, some people are just very basic ones. I think I just wanted to leave it. For years I slept in the back of the van, so I think I just left it open. So yes, we're traveling together. I've booked a nice brasserie for Saturday night, and again I've said I'd love you to join me, but I won't be offended if I'm sat there on my own with.
I'll have to come back down because I really miss Frome is a really nice place to shop. I really liked it. I only been once there, but because I lived in Somerset, but in Crewcombe, so it was a little bit away from where Frome was. But I used to go there, and when I lived in Weymouth, I used to be able to get on the train. I think up there it was easier. But anyway, but like Frome's just a really cool place. I really liked it. If I was to pick a place and I wasn't with Michael, then I'd probably choose to live there because I quite like it. Actually, if I was single, it'd be quite a fun place to live, I think. But it's quite bohemian, isn't it? I feel sometimes with all the different stores and stuff.
I suppose I've only had a shop here for this shop sort of since before COVID. 2 years. I've had a shop in Frome for maybe 4 or 5 years. I think it was quite sort of run down before, but I think because of the prices are sensible, there's a lot of people have moved out of London, moved from all over the place, and they seem to sort of graduate here.
We've got Pearl Lowe down there, so haven't you? Pearl Lowe moved down there.
Is what?
She loves it, doesn't she? Sorry, Pearl, she loves it down there. I remember when I met her in Bridgeport, because she loves the Bridport market as well, and the flea market down there. So I used to go there quite a lot, so I used to always bump into her. So she's a really nice person. I really like her. Love her style, and she's just got a lovely house there. It's a really beautiful place to live. The type of architecture that I like as well. So I love Georgian houses, so I'd be quite happy in Frome. I think it's got that sort of feel. Yeah.
Well, I'm out of. This is the other. We've got 2 entrances to the shop, so.
You've got that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, this is this way in, which is like a sort of garage door. Yeah, I've always wanted to have
a place
to go. I'll hold around. Hang on, you can see the street.
It reminds me of those French Brocante places they have.
So that's kind of the main town is down there, and
Yeah.
that sort of weird building you can see is the top of Cheap Street, which is like an old medieval. Oh, actually, we could walk down there. Oh, anyway, I'll show you the street, and then so there's sort of houses, and then there's me, and then
Oh,
there's
that's cool.
like more houses, and then that's artist studios across the road there. But
Amazing.
just down heading towards is it's supposed to be the oldest medieval street in England, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
And it's got like a little stream
Yeah.
as you sort of head down between the buildings.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's the church steps and the fountainy thing. Oh yeah, I thought I was going to get run over then. We'll head back to the shop.
It looks
So
lovely.
yeah, it's a sort of. I am kind of. I'm surprised the Wi-Fi is still working.
It did cut out a little bit, but it's okay.
I always wanted a place that was one of those sort of garagey door places like this. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks perfect.
And it's like, I'm not going to open the door because the music's so loud, but yeah, I'll put it back and we'll chat away back here. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the convoy. Yeah, I wish you were coming actually. I was nearly thinking about putting on, I was nearly going to put on Instagram, I'm looking for someone to travel with me to do all the filming. And then I thought, no, I think after the flag episode, that might be taken the wrong way.
I know, I could do. Yeah, I might have to do that. That might be quite fun, actually. Yeah, I don't have a van, so I'll be driving over in a van myself. Yeah, but I used to drive over to France to get all my stuff before in the van with Michael. Yeah. Michael did all the driving. I just filled the van up, and Michael panicked he wouldn't fit in the van. So I used to get it in because I used to be able to block it in. But he was like, "It's never going in the van." You just keep bringing it to the back of the van and dumping it, and then going back to buy some more. Praying it's going to go in. Yeah, it's like that. It's crazy. I was just watching Joanna Lumley's city new program that she's in. She's doing like city like going to different cities, and she was in Paris, and it was just like she was walking up the street where I used to live, and I was like, oh my god, Michael. I was like, because Michael, I showed him the last time I went, but he hadn't seen it. But he was just like, I was just like going through memories with it, like her going to places I'd been to. Like she went to a shop that had all designer clothes, and I used to walk past it all the time because I used to work in Jean-Paul Gaultier just down the corner. So I remember walking past that shop all the time and looking at all the beautiful Chanel bags in the window. Like it's all vintage. It's all like it's like he's famous for selling designer clothes, basically, like from famous people and stuff, and famous people go and buy it from him. So I always used to see his beautiful window displays of all Chanel and Dior and stuff like that. It was just incredible.
Like, those myself. Oh, I'd like to have one of those quilted Chanel handbags. And you know, in the back of your mind, you think, oh, I bet they're like 2,000 or 3,000. And then I was in
oh no, they're not.
No, I know.
No, they're thousands now. They're like, yeah, they're a lot of money. But I mean, my friend got one. Obviously, when I was younger. A few years younger, I remember my friend getting a Chanel bag, and she would never take it out of the box because she was too scared she's going to scratch it or something. It was apparently for her it was like an amazing experience, like going into church basically. So, yeah, you know, I think you know, like those sort of like design brands are just like iconic for Paris, and when you go there, you just are like completely surrounded by all the beautiful architecture and fashion. It's hard not to feel like overwhelmed with all of it sometimes, but I think the best thing to do is just sit back and watch it, you know, go like you with your bar and stuff, go and sit and have a glass of wine and just let it soak up, because that's what happened with me basically. I think it took me a long time to realise how much Paris had affected me.
There's something about when you're in Paris, sitting there at those street cafes and just watching all the amazing people go by. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you can just like you know, you can get ideas as well from what people are wearing and stuff. It was, yeah, it was quite inspiring for when I was doing my fashion degree. It really helped me to sort of understand that sort of what people would wear there. But you know, the UK is slightly different because we're all a bit more. I say we're a bit more casual than they are in France. Yeah, so
They,
they're a bit. Even though the women are much more sophisticated in the way they dress, but I think women in the UK want to look like that as well. So I think it's actually crossed over quite a lot now. I think that more in the UK is probably more French than it is like English for style wise. I mean, I think women are more dressing towards that French style, which is quite classic.
now there's loads of cars on this road.
It's cutting out a little bit. Sorry.
Go back the other way. Yeah, I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
That's better. We're going back into the shop. There were so many cars. Okay. Or have I lost you? No, you're still there.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just it had cut out a little bit, but it's okay now. Yeah.
Now. I don't know what Louis trying to do.
I mean, you were in Paris for a while, weren't you?
Well, no, I've never lived there. I worked for Hermes. You know, the luxury goods, handbags and silk. So yeah, I went every fortnight. Louis, stop it! What? I don't know what you're looking at. Sorry, trying to get underneath a piece of furniture. There's probably a mouse under there. Yeah, I went over every fortnight. Yeah, I mean that was. I don't know. At the time, you don't realise how incredible it is what you're doing. And the clothes. I mean, I've still got some of the clothes that I had, but I mean that was more than 30 years ago, let's say. I've still got some of the clothes. I mean, my arms aren't really that fat, but I can only get my arms into the jackets like up to like halfway. That's how fit.
That's why we're getting the case done. That's why I'm on a diet. Because nothing fits me from like 20 years ago.
When I worked, I spent all my on rent and shoes in those days. So, you know, there's never any money to eat anything, which, you know, unless someone else bought me dinner, which did happen. But yeah, so you can't, it's not, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's realistic to be that thin at my age.
No.
Manage it. I think they probably never.
No, because you want to enjoy your food, don't you? You want to enjoy your food. You can't. I mean, you can't be in France and not eat French stick. I mean, or a croissant or something. I mean, that is like everything, isn't it? Lots of butter and I love it. Yeah, and the wine is just like you just can't have it. Yeah, you can't have it.
Yeah, like,
so I think by the time you've like done a normal day in France would be coffee, wine, and loads and loads of croissants and lots of like baguettes and goodness knows what. Yeah, and crepes. Yeah, lots of desserts. So yeah, it's pretty bad because you stop. You do a bit of shopping, you stop. You do a bit of sightseeing, you stop. Yeah, it's a bit dangerous.
I do miss. I definitely miss Paris, though. I mean, it was the fair at Chateau was this week, and I haven't been there for maybe about 6 years, and I really, although it's not somewhere that I would buy a lot of stuff, it's an amazing place to go to see, you know, some really great French furniture. So, I think now more secure, don't we, that we're going to start to be able to go normally to places and plan, because we haven't really been able to do that for like 2 years. So I think next year, I'll try and get there. But there's some really great street markets coming up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I haven't been since I went to Jean-Paul Gaultier's show I went to his show in Paris at the Folie Vergère. and I haven't been since then. So I can remember like we were staying in, I think, the Royal Hotel, or the Continental Royal Hotel. So it's near the I can't remember what it's called now, but it's near the big theatre there. And it was just like, it was such like amazing experience, because that time I'd never really taken Michael to where I'd lived. So when we went to see that show, I actually took him there to see where I lived and stuff, and it was quite emotional time for me, like going back there and actually going over my footsteps with him. I didn't really want. It's like in your past, isn't it? I don't really talk to Michael about my past relationships in depth to that point. So I think he knows more about it now, but at that point, you know, it's like one of those things that you're sort of in a new relationship, you don't really talk about that. I talked about Paris, obviously, but it's a lovely place. I've got memories of bars and stuff that I went to have drinks, and I can't even remember where they are anymore. I think it's just they may not even be there because it's changed so much.
Yeah.
I think last night was Joanna Lumley was showing. I was just saying, Joanna Lumley last night was showing like the Notre Dame inside after the fire. It was quite interesting seeing it now, like, because it can't have been that long ago. So seeing her doing this,
they haven't
like,
rebuilt it
in Paris, like with like hardly anyone wearing masks. Sorry,
they haven't rebuilt it.
What was that?
Notre Dame.
No, they are doing. Apparently, it's got to be. It's being done now at the moment. Apparently, it's got to be done by 2004 because of the Olympics in France. So they want it finished then. So they've put. I think they're restoring it at this moment, still doing it. So I don't know what they're doing, because there was all these ideas, wasn't it, about glass roof and all the plants in it and stuff. They had like loads of different ideas, didn't they, from designers that were going to do something different to the roof. But
how long? Someone's asked here how long you lived there for, Nathan.
It's about 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
And it was.
I'm going to sit down now.
It was during like a relation. That's right. It was during a relationship I had, obviously, and then I went back to Paris later to do my when I was doing my degree, just to do some studying in fashion, like with Jean-Paul Gaultier and stuff. So it was, yeah, it's been over. It's been like Paris is like home, second home to me, and it's not because I've lived there for that amount of time. It's just because it's got so many memories of it, you know. And I think every time you go to Paris, you just like keep putting layers onto yourself, and you go to France.
You didn't hear me. Can you hear me?
Sorry, the signal keeps cutting. Sorry.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it not very good? I just said, do you still work in fashion now?
I do interiors now more. I've designed some fabric. I recently designed some fabric for God, I'm trying to remember the name. Chateau, one of the chateaus on Chateau DIY. So I did some fabric for her. I can't even remember. Like, my brain's gone completely dead. But I do fabric design. So I do my own stuff, because you've probably seen my cushions and bags that I launched. I did that. And
yeah,
I do
they're really
stuff
good.
myself. I mean, I'd love to do more. I've just done that massive canvas, which I did from a mirror that I bought from somebody else. I sort of want to do more with it, but I'm now going into a full-time job, and I really don't think I'm going to get a chance to do much. If I do it, it will be once a year, I think, because it's something that I do that I just enjoy sharing. Some of my house, like some of my design ideas, come from things I have in the house. So I just would like, some people love the idea of having some of that, so that's why I wanted to share it with people. It wasn't really to make money, because it's not, unless I was doing it as a massive business. It's more for me to share with the community on Instagram, really, and my followers, because I really love everybody I've got on here, all of my followers. I really like cherish them, and like you as well, like the people been with me since the beginning. You know, I'm not like massively followed, but the people I have got with me are really special to me, you know, and they're very giving and and I've been through some pretty horrendous things over the last 2 years, like, and they've kept me going, you know. So I had quite a bad few weeks coming out of Christmas. I felt quite depressed and I didn't want to do anything. I did nearly give up Instagram for a while, but I think I just came out of it.
That to me. You said
I
that
felt
to me
really
once.
upset. I didn't know if I could keep going, and I had somebody attack me on it. So I didn't want to put any negative stuff on what we're talking about today, but I had like someone attack me on Instagram, which really put me back like quite a few months. Well,
I know,
years,
I don't know why
say.
people do that.
It wasn't somebody that was a real follower of mine. It's just, and I actually had a follower of mine realise I was gay. Sorry, I'm going to bring it up. And she just started to have a go at me because I thought, well, you've been following me for like 4 or 5 years. Why now do you suddenly start throwing all this stuff? I don't know if she was going through problems of her own, but I just had to block her, which was really awful because, you know, you don't want to block anyone unless there's some, you know, someone that you trusted and was a friend of yours. You don't really think that could happen. But unfortunately, this is like the world we live in. You can't really tell what... and what's happened in Ukraine and stuff. Well, I had like a Russian woman attack me on here once, and it was so violent. And I didn't actually know what she was saying. Then Michael translated it, and I was so appalled by what she said that I had to actually tell somebody about it because it just was disgusting. I mean, people do. I mean, what's happening in the world at the moment? We all want peace, don't we? We don't want this going on. We don't even want... I just can't believe that in this day and age that we have this going on when people actually understand what war means now. Like, you know, maybe like 1930s, people were being a bit more, didn't know more about the outside world as much as we know now. And we know we're more connected now, and I don't get why all this information comes to people in Russia and they still think it's okay to do that. I just don't get it. I never will understand this type of thing happening to people.
I think. Do you need to have some help? Okay. Red, white, rosé? Rosé, okay. Large, medium.
Look, she's going to pour me a glass now.
Oh, here's Lizzie. All right, that's okay. Yeah, we're all sorted. Sit back down.
So on some positive note, I'm not going to go on about that anymore because that's just too much. The other thing I was going to say, sorry, this is another difficult subject. Do you think Instagram has changed, like because I find that I don't get the people I follow. I don't see their pictures anymore.
Yeah.
I don't get... if I get followers, they don't come onto my... I don't actually... It doesn't add up on my thing, so I don't know why. It's really odd. It's like the weirdest thing ever.
There's been a lot of changes, probably since about Christmas time. And yeah, I don't see on my feed necessarily the people that I used to see, you know, like along the top. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Lots of people I actually have to now go look and try and find them.
Yeah.
And I remember you were talking about Oakland Collectibles with Jason. He was saying he's put up... I haven't even seen them. He hadn't posted anything for weeks.
I don't see him. I don't hardly ever see him anymore, which is like really odd because I was like really close to him, so I would always follow him. I do think like I don't know, because you try to keep up with like the new styles of like reels and all this stuff, but to be honest with you, actually reels don't get less following than I actually get on my messages, on my normal pictures. I mean, if I'm just posting, I actually get less people on that than I do. So what, the reels don't work really. I don't think they do work. I discussed this with someone yesterday who's got a lot, has a good following, and she said the same thing. We all feel like they're putting us onto this, like, try to do videos and reels and all this stuff, but actually, does it work? You know, it's not really like creative enough.
I'm planning on doing one where when we do the convoy, where we're all in the UK, and then that one where it's like poof, and then then you appear in France.
Laura absolutely says I always appear on her feed, which is that's good to hear. Oh.
Yeah.
Hi Bex. I'm saying hi to a few people. Yeah.
Really, nightmare to do them.
Yeah. I mean, I like to try and learn something new on Instagram all the time, and like
Yeah.
me doing this, I've set this up, so I've got an actual setup cam thing and
It looks
everything.
good.
I never used to do anything like this, but now I actually can, you know, do stuff which I never used to be able to do. And I used, you know, more than I do, because you can put things on pictures which I don't even know how to do, but I do what I can with what I take photographs on my phone, so I don't have a camera, so you know.
I love those jars where you've done that though. The jars.
The
I
jars
love that.
behind me, yeah. I always try to do like, what am I going to put behind me this time? So next time it'll probably be somewhere else. But I like to try and stage things, because that is what I do. The interior design is what I love. But I'm not an interior designer that uses like a colour on the wall or something like that, or a wallpaper. I use art or antiques or vintage pieces to make a room come together. I'm not interested in what the room looks like, as long as it's got the architectural details, like the Georgian architecture, like a beautiful shutters or a door or something like that. I'm not interested in putting wallpaper on the wall or painting bright colours or anything like that. It doesn't do it for me. I mean, I watched the great interior design masters, and I think, oh my god, it's not me at all. Like, if you're going to paint a room red, that's fine, but all the rest of it, like lines on it and stuff, I just think, oh no, it gets like to the point where there's too much in the room. I feel a bit like sick. So it's not.
Yeah.
I know there's loads of people that like that type of interior design, which is fine. I don't hate it. I just don't. It would never interest me as a job, like to design that. I think I'm a sourcer, I suppose. I mean, I design the bits of fabrics and the things like my art, but it goes within what I like in my house. So I like sourcing antiques like you, basically, and finding beautiful things and then giving it to someone. I mean, I do pass my things on. It doesn't always stay in my house. So Tamsin, for instance, has a few of my items in our house. So like Tamsin Morgan stuff. So like people do, like we all like the same things. So we'll pass on, we'll upcycle, we'll pass on something, and we get something better to replace it. So I think with antiques you can like upscale it. So you might have a really nice dresser, but then you see a better one, so you buy that and replace it. You know, that's what we do, isn't it? You know, as a dealer, that's similar to what I mean. You might put something in your house, it comes out of the house and goes back in the shop. You know,
I sat at home last night and I took ages to find like a matched pair of chest of drawers for the two alcoves in my sitting room.
Yeah.
And I sat there last night and I thought, oh, I don't actually, I'm sort of over them now. I think I fancy having something else. So I'll probably bring those into the shop. But yeah, it's nice to sort of refresh things and move it around. But yeah, I think I always love the buying is the best bit, isn't it? And when you find those special things, yeah, take them home. Yeah, I've got
like, because the last time I went to France to see my friends in the Mid Pyrenees, Michael stayed at the house and we went out, my friend. And we went into all the Brocante and stuff, and we went shopping together. And I pick up little things, but then I made up a whole set. It's really funny, you know, like when you go to one place and you find something that goes with that, and then you put the little collection together, and you get back to the house by the pool, you have something to drink, you go back and you sort the stuff out, and it's like this little set sat there in front of you that you've just picked up, and it just looks like, oh my god, it's like amazing. It's like you couldn't do that in the UK. Like in France, you can just. It's just like you go in the shop, you find like a little Mary statue or something, and then you find like another little icon or something like that, or a little Bible, which is all velvet with,
or something.
You know, they're just so pretty. They put them together and they make this little setup, you know, and then you can put that in your shop. If you're ever selling it, that is, you know, you can put it on top of a chest of drawers. It looks beautiful.
You go home and you try and clear somewhere where you can put it all together.
Well, yeah, that too. My house gets like to the point where it's starting to get cluttery, and now I have to sell some of it. That's what I tend to do. I just move things on, and then I'll buy something else to replace it. I got that with fabric boxes. I was obsessed with them, but now I just have one small one, and I don't buy them anymore because I just got obsessed, and I buy them and then I sell them because.
Oh, the little ones with the padded tops.
Yeah, I love French fabric boxes. I get a bit addicted to them, and I have to let them go. So I just can't have. Michael goes, "That's too many now." Like, it's like piling up, but it's like, They look really nice, but they're too girly. I have to like rein it in a little bit. I think it's just
One of my recent acquisitions has been
Bex
the
is going to
mitre
sell some of my
cutter.
designer bags. I haven't got many anymore, actually. I've
No,
actually only got
I just bought the mitre cutter for making picture frames
Ah, that's a
because I've
really good
got,
idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've got so many canvases and so many like things that should be framed, and of course every time you go to the framer it's like 50 or 100 pounds. So I was like, I'm going to invest in one of these things. So in the next, I would say week, but I'm going to probably say 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to teach myself how to do picture framing.
Oh, wow, I love that idea. I
Yeah,
do. I've done something like that, but more canvas stuff. Yeah, building
yeah.
canvases to stretch and stuff. But
I
yeah,
bought loads of picture framing, you know, the moulding stuff from a
yeah, oh,
guy that
lovely.
closed down at the
Yeah.
start of lockdown. So I've got that in the workshop. So I just need to kind of
Mm.
shut myself in there for a day. I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can do it.
You'll be paneling the walls in your house next. You'll be able to do paneling because you'll be able to cut all these frames out and do
Oh yes, I would
mock
actually.
paneling. You can
Well,
do
my
some mock
house is always,
paneling. Yeah.
yeah, my house is always the last thing to get done. I think I've got a few canvases need framed first, and then yeah, I might actually. I might do it in. I might do it in the loo in the shop here. Actually,
Yeah.
that could do with a bit of sort of,
Oh, I
you know,
put
a
my
bit
top
more.
on for you tonight. Look, it's, I don't know if you can see it, creme de
Okay.
la creme. It says creme de
Oh,
la
that.
creme. Yeah. It says
Oh,
creme de la creme on it. So I thought I'd wear it
yeah,
for
that's.
you.
Where did you get that?
It's from Whistles. They do a lot of
Oh, okay.
French writing on the like tops and stuff, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
quite
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the
I wasn't
Christian
going to
Lacroix
strip
or
off
something.
then, no. That's what the whole thing was about. No.
Oh
Get me
look, we've
on
now
as a
got 1,500
pretense, yeah.
viewers.
I haven't had enough wine yet, though.
No,
Oh,
me neither.
that's quite funny.
Oh,
Oh dear. So yeah, I will definitely have to come down to Froome because I'm missing out big
yeah.
time. I'm seeing like your little snack, your menus and stuff, thinking, oh god, I need to be there because that looks really delicious.
Let me know because I know the Airbnb people here, so
Oh right,
I'll
okay, yeah.
line something up for you.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, all right then. That sounds a good idea.
it's
Yeah.
the first weekend of the month is the Froome market, so that's when the whole town
Yeah,
roads are shut and we have crafts and music and food
yeah.
and everything all through the streets. It's really fun. So
I
that would
might have to come down in the summer for a weekend.
be,
I think.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah.
Definitely. I haven't done Froome Market, so I've done the shops, but I haven't done the market. So I know that Froome's probably changed quite a bit since I last went.
Well, they have a big area, all kind of antiques and bric-a-brac. I mean, it's not massive, but
Mm.
you know, it's enough to sort of potter about, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
usually stuff to buy actually. So yeah, we'll try and fix something up. That would be great. The two of you could come down and yeah, we could do a
Oh,
whole.
someone's just asked you to repeat. Someone's just asked you to repeat what time the market is on again.
Oh, Froome Independent Market is on the first Sunday of every month, but not January and not February. So in
Cool.
other words, first Sunday of every month from now. And they say it starts at 10, but I would say get here at 9.
Yeah.
Because that way you've got a chance you'll be able to park near to town.
Oh. So
And there's plenty to eat and drink, and you know, kids and families and yeah, everything. It's really good. Yeah.
oh, amazing. So the thing I did recently was I saw Angel and Dick on stage, which if you can imagine, I haven't seen them for over 2 years now. So, because the last time I saw them was when they started their tour in the UK and they had to cancel it because of the COVID obviously started. And we couldn't go. We went to France midway through the first and second lockdown. We couldn't see them because they were isolated and they didn't want anyone near the Chateau because of her mum. So seeing that, we went backstage and seeing them, and it was just like we'd not been apart. It was just such a beautiful experience to see them again. I was one of my friends, Wisteria Cottage, she's also on Instagram, she was there. And we went for a drink afterwards. We were just saying, like, it feels like everything's coming back to life, you know, after being so suppressed, not being able to go out or do anything, you know. And it was just amazing to give someone a cuddle, you know, without it being like, oh, you can't go near, you know, you can't go near anyone.
Yeah, I saw the posts. I think it was yesterday and the day before. They were like, after 6 weeks, we're finally back at the chateau.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they must be exhausted, but yeah, I can't wait to go over there and see them soon. So it's yeah, we're well overdue, like a proper get together. We only had like a few minutes, so it was like so quick. But there's loads of stuff happening in the future anyway, so it's going to be amazing for them. They've got loads of new things happening all the time. So, you know, I think we've all come out of this 2-year thing with like an experience that we just now want to party. It's like the Roaring Twenties or something, like they said. You know, we're all just like.
I mean, it's certainly from the, you know, street markets and things that normally on in France, you know, once or twice a year in different towns and cities. I mean, there's some that I haven't been to for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years, because you sort of get out of the loop and you think, oh, I'd rather do this, or I'll go to that next year. And of course, then we had 2 years of COVID and like nothing happened. And then it's like,
Yeah.
I've been there for like 5 years to certain.
Yeah. It was awful because I didn't see my mum. I hadn't seen my mum for 2 years, literally. I just spoke to her on the phone, and she doesn't have her phone, so she couldn't Skype me. So it was quite, when I went to see them, it was just like the most surreal experience going to see my parents in Weymouth. That's where I'm from, on the south coast. So hence why, I mean, we settled in Somerset because it was close to me, my family, and to Michael's children, and his work in London. But it didn't work out for us, because when Michael got made redundant, we ended up like coming to Norwich, and he got a new job here. And we ended up selling our house in Crewcombe. So now that's why we're in Norwich and in Norfolk. So, but yeah, the thing is that we got plans of what we want. We'd love to live in France, but things have changed our feelings a little bit. So with Brexit and all the stuff that's been going on in Ukraine, and the price of fuel to heat a chateau now is just ridiculous. Like, you're talking like twice what you'd normally pay to heat a chateau properly. I mean, I can't say that it's the same in France as the UK, like our prices, but it can't be that far. It must be expensive to, you know. So we've got other options available to us that we were thinking about doing. So yeah, it may not be a French move, but we'll see. You never know what's going to happen, because my heartstrings are pulling me back to France. So we'll have to see.
Get back there, you realise how magical it is, and then you just. I still want to move to France, so yeah. I mean, there's amazing places that have been put up for sale in the last, well, like since Christmas. There've been some amazing places.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely still on the card. I don't know how I work around the Brexit thing. Is it you're allowed 90 days in every 6 months? Don't know.
Yeah, I think you have to come back, don't you?
Yeah.
So we'd have to have a place here and in France, which is a bit annoying. I mean, we are looking at like Michael's family home, which is in Northumberland. So we've been looking up there. So that could be an option for us. We're quite serious about. So we have looked at houses there. So we are looking at options there, but not in the same context of what I'm living in a city. I'd be living very rural if I lived in Northumberland. So it's the same as if I lived in France. I'd want to be living quite rural. I don't want to be living in a town or a city. So it needs to be somewhere that's quite cut off from a lot of amenities. So that's what I'm looking for my retirement, if you can understand.
I might need to go.
Oh no, that's all right. That's cool. I think we're getting close to an hour anyway.
Yeah, and
I know it's been lovely talking anyway.
Thanks so much, Nathan, and keep us in touch with what you're up to, and watch my French Fridays and the convoy and all the rest of it. And I'm definitely going to be speaking to you again.
Sorry, I know you're going to get busy.
Thanks so much.
Have a lovely evening. Bye. Bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye.